Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and I just talk about whatever I feel like talking about on this channel. So, I usually present myself a little better than this, but I went to a carnival yesterday or last night, and I feel like I got hit by a truck. So, I don't know if it's age or just because I haven't been on a ride in a carnival in a really long time, but like my whole upper body feels like I did the hardest workout in the entire world. And even like doing this to like put makeup on is impossible. It's probably possible, but I don't feel like doing it. So yeah, so I feel like that was lighthearted enough to transition into what I want to talk about today, which is Ava Kris Tyson. And that whole situation, which I am sure if you're on this video, you have heard a lot about it. And I don't know, I just want to give my overall thoughts, I guess, because I feel like this is an epidemic amongst YouTubers lately, and I don't really understand, like, I don't know. I don't really understand, but anyways, so the first thing that I heard about him doing was he was like texting a minor and that was 13 years old and having like Discord servers with minors in them. So that's like completely inappropriate. There's a lot of stuff on that and like evidence and things. I actually have a video of some stuff that I'll just play here while I'm doing. You can pause and read if you feel like. But like the kid is calling him dad. I think that's the kid Snapchatting, but and Chris is asking like, oh, is it your birthday soon? And the kid's like, yes, I'm gonna be 14. My mom is deciding what to do for the party. And that's just gross. Like, some kid is obviously talking to you about his 14th birthday party and you find it appropriate to even be talking to them privately? No. Secondly, he has a photo that I've heard of, or a painting by a creator that I don't want to name, but I will put his picture here, of Keemstar's daughter. I do believe she's 8 years old, in a very way. And it's actually like very disturbing that somebody would even make this kind of art, because he makes art. Like, that is what he does, and he can say it's whatever all he wants, but that's what he's doing and that's what it is. He has more than one of these images. From my understanding, he has the one of Keemstar, and he has one in this background of his videos. Just there while he was doing live streams and stuff. So I don't think any of that is appropriate. Obviously, I don't think many people would find that appropriate. But yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of videos on this part of it. I think, what is his name? Charlie White's channel does a video on it, and that's, my husband watches that, and that's where I heard about it, I believe. Or it was Sunny V2. He also watches that one, so I get a lot of my information about this kind of stuff from him. Like, from my husband, because he watches Moist Critical. That's his name. And Charlie White's name. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But, yeah, so I just don't think that it's appropriate. And I did take a few screenshots from Charlie White's video of some inappropriate things that he said to another creator named Lava, which was a child at the time. And I would just put them here again. So Lava here is a kid, he is a child, talking to Ava, which Kris Tyson. he says, I posted some fire nudes for you. Please no share. Okay? Ew. Why are you saying that to a child? And this one is like, but not $5. Pathetic. Just kidding. Kissy face. It's like he's talking to a kid. And I know Lava has come out and said that he did nothing inappropriate and they were just edgy jokes. But this is not a joke. You do not ever say this as an edgy joke to a child. And compared with, like put together with the messages to a minor, yeah. I don't believe for a second that nothing inappropriate happened. I'm not going to say that it did. I'm not going to be like, I can guarantee that it did, but I don't believe that nothing inappropriate ever happened. I just think that maybe Lava didn't notice because he was a child and he was overlooking his favorite creator saying inappropriate things to him as edgy jokes. So, yeah. There's also a video that I just watched on this, and it's a girl on here. Her name on YouTube is Finnster, I believe. I'll leave it linked down below. Also with just a few other videos that go over this topic. But she was talking about how her experience with Ava, like, because they were friends, went. And I think she has a very great point of view and things that, like, I didn't see a lot of other creators having any view on because they didn't have access to some stuff, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, they definitely weren't, like, really close friends with Ava, and I think that's a very good perspective to have, and I would love for you guys to go see her video. So yeah, all this stuff came out, and he did have an apology, and I just want to read it because I want to know if you guys think it's an apology, I guess. So it says, I would like to apologize for any past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best that I permanently step away from things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and my mental health. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. It is disgusting that you made jokes like that, and I don't believe that for a second. In past years, I have learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I stepped away. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I have hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who may feel betrayed by how I used to act online. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations at Lava has vocally supported that they are false. That's his apology. Like, sorry that you feel sad about it. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't prove anything, basically, is how I took that. Which is just, it's awful. Like, this is not an apology. I don't think it's ever an apology for being like, I'm sorry if you're offended, or if I hurt you. Like, I'm sorry if you got upset by what I said, but, like, oops. Like, that's not an apology. You should apologize for what you did and what you obviously did. Like, I know that's the same thing, but it's like, it's obvious that this is, like, actually what happened. People have lots of proof, and a lot of her friends, if you watch that Finnster one, not a lot of her friends, another of her friends, also came out to be I don't know how else to say it. He was he was exposed for that. His name was Soda, I believe, is what that girl called him. I've never heard of him, but if you watch her video, she explains the entire thing. But yeah, so that's what happened there. And like, he has a kid and a family, or she, Ava Tyson, has a family, and like a small child. And I don't believe that he should be allowed to be around that child. And I don't think that just because he was talking to minors, because I understand, like, it's not always going to transfer onto their own kids. I get that. But he had pictures of other people's kids in inappropriate ways. And children. Like, he painted, like, he had paintings of children in these, like, lollipop things, whatever it's called. And he has openly admitted on his Twitter that he liked the lolly thing. So I don't think the apology is anything merely but a PR thing, and I don't think there's any saving him now. So, I mean, that was kind of, you could have come up with something better. Now you just, like, really screwed yourself over. And it's kind of like the Dr. Disrespect situation that I'm sure everyone has heard of, where he was just like, they didn't find anything inappropriate with a minor. They didn't, like, have solid evidence that it happened, but then he says that it happened. So I don't really know, but it's kind of like that apology. It's like he didn't really apologize, but it was something. So the last tweet I want to just show you is MrBeast's response to this, because I was a little taken aback that someone from MrBeast would do this, because I don't really know the creator, but my kid watched him at some point, and it's just like, I just assumed he was a wholesome, nice, rich guy. So I don't know. I know that you can't always know what your friends are doing, and it's not, I don't believe that it's Jimmy's fault unless he knew. But it's also not his fault. It's not like he sold it to them. It's not like he did anything that is provable, you know? Like, I know a lot of people are saying, like, Jimmy knew, but until there's proof of that, I'm going to go with the fact that he did not know, because you don't always know what your friends are doing. I have had a friend that had a personal experience kind of like this, and it was like, he was friends with this guy since childhood, and he just got arrested a few years ago for having on his computer and stuff. And it's like, you don't know what your friends are doing, so I can't hold Jimmy accountable for something like that. But here's his response to the whole thing on his Twitter. It says, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegation of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. So that was MrBeast's response. I think it's an appropriate one. They took him out of the working environment. He's hiring a private investigator to investigate the crimes, and I'm hoping that if the crimes are real and provable, that Jimmy will do the right thing and kind of turn that information in to anyone that needs it. But I don't really understand, I don't know what happens to people that do this on YouTube, because seemingly it just goes away and they come back because they apologize or something. I'm not really sure. But I mean, it's just happening a lot. The one girl, Colleen Ballinger, Dr. Disrespect, Cody Co recently, like just recently, and now this is just 4 people that I know that I personally followed or knew of. that have happened to this. The Cody Co one really breaks my heart, and I kind of want to make a video about it, but at the same time, it's just kind of hard because I liked both of the creators that were involved in that one. But anyways, I don't think anything that Ava did was appropriate. And she can say all she wants that she did not send anything to anyone, but she was in a Discord with minors, and there's a lot of her clips of her talking to the minors inappropriately. So just to say that, like, maybe you didn't, like, meet these kids in person doesn't mean you didn't try to send them nudes or say anything sexual to them. So in that regard, you're still disgusting for doing something like that. And you can't make me think that it's an edgy joke, because it's not. It's never a joke when you have minors involved when you're talking about that. I would never, ever talk to, like, my 14-year-old nephews and cousins and stuff. Like, I would never talk to them that way. So, I mean, I know they're the only children that I really know, but I would never, like, meet a 14-year-old and just talk to them, like, inappropriately, not even in 2018, and everyone's trying to be like, oh, it's different then. It's not different. And the other point that I want to make is that everyone's coming for the trans people, their community, and I think that's also a little wrong. I mean, she is trans, but I don't think that has anything to do with the situation at hand. I don't think that makes every person in this community just automatically horrible. So I feel like people should lay off on that a little bit because that's just kind of silly to think. I don't really know what that had anything to do with the situation at hand, but if you feel in your heart that it does, I want to tell you that it doesn't, because I don't think that it does. But yeah, I don't have anything else really to say. I think you reap what you sow, you know? And she just, I don't know. Okay, well, I bumped my camera, so that's all I have for you today. If you liked the video, please stick around and subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 500 subscribers by the end of the summer, and I'm very, very close. So, I do a lot of other things too. Sometimes it's commentary stuff, sometimes it's grocery hauls and things like that. So if any of that sounds super fun or whatever, just yeah, hit the subscribe button and stick around, and I will see you in the next one. I appreciate all the support from everyone. Thanks. Bye.